Hi everyone, welcome back to Raw Synergy TV. Last week I shared I would be sharing my skin transformation photos with you, and I'm going to do that today. I'm really nervous because only my best friend and my husband have seen these photos of me, and they're not something that I would typically ever let anyone see, but now today I'm just going to put them out to the whole world. But hopefully it will help inspire you. I want to share that a lot of my skin issues were related to my food sensitivities. And being on the 80-10-10 diet really helped me to narrow down the foods that I was sensitive to be able to remove them from my diet, which played a huge role in helping to clear up my skin. However, as time has gone by and the more healing and detoxification that I do being on this diet, I find that my food sensitivities might slowly be going away. So I'm slowly adding in some of the foods that I was previously sensitive to, and I'm doing okay. However, there were other issues related to my acne and skin problems, and I feel a big part of that is overall lifestyle. And I also want to remind everybody that I used to wear a lot of makeup, and I used to have a whole skincare routine that I did twice a day with cleansers, toners, lotions, creams, ointments, blemish control products, you name it, I tried everything. When I was younger, I was on antibiotics like tetracycline, and later when I was older and I still had acne, horrible acne that wouldn't go away, I spent a good 6 months or more on Accutane, which is a very, very strong medication for acne, which I do not recommend. It cleared up my skin during the time that I was taking it, but the moment that I stopped taking it, my skin issues came back because I wasn't treating the problem. It was just basically a band-aid and a cover-up for whatever was going on internally inside me. So my current skincare routine for the last good 2.5 years has been washing my face once a day at night with a cotton cloth and water. And that's it. I'm just rubbing my face down, and no lotions, no creams, nothing. In the very beginning, my skin was so dry that in the in-between stages of getting used to the new skincare routine, I did use a tiny little bit of coconut oil when I felt that I needed it, but I haven't used that in so long. So my skin has changed dramatically, not only becoming more clear, but also the texture of my skin has changed. It's just a lot smoother, it's much healthier, it's much more vibrant, it is not oily, it's very normal. I used to have oily skin that was so bad. I constantly was using those little blotters to blot out the oil off your T-zone. And I don't need to do that anymore. I just find that my skin is so balanced. And I used to believe that, oh, I just have really oily skin. But I don't anymore. And so this diet has really played a huge role in my skin transformation. So as nervous as I am to share these photos with you, I'm also very excited because I know it will inspire a lot of you to make your own changes and to have your own skin transformations. So here are my before and after photos.
I remember what it's like to feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. I remember every single prayer I prayed when the damage is done and there is no place to run. All you can do is hide away. Tomorrow reflections of the pivotal time revolving. I cannot escape the price that I once paid. When it's holding you down and you can't turn it around. When it's fight or flight and you stay. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. Circumstances beyond your control. Where you should go, nobody knows. Take a good look around and find time is on your side.
Okay, so I have one more before and after photo to show you, because changing your diet changes so much about your overall appearance. And this next photo that I'm going to share is a photo of me on a standard American diet, me with my bleach blonde hair and lots of makeup. And this is what the standard American diet does to your skin in terms of puffiness, in terms of just kind of an overall unhealthy look. Now, back in the old days when looking at this photo, I would have said, oh yeah, I look great. This is, I probably thought I looked really good at the time, but now looking at this photo, I realize, wow, it's such a difference. So this is me on a standard American diet, full of sodium, fat, preservatives, you name it. And I was actually eating kind of what I thought was healthy around this time. And this is me on a 100% raw food, low-fat vegan diet. And you can see the difference between the glowing look in my skin. There's no puffiness. It's just a much better image of health. So it's really so different. And it's so embarrassing, but my whole intention here is to inspire you and to help you see the difference, because when you're not eating healthy, you really can't see the difference until you start eating healthy. And it's the same way in the way that you feel inside your body. When you start eating healthier and you start feeling better, you wonder how you ever made it through all these years feeling the way that you used to feel, because that was normal to you. If you were to ask what played the biggest role in clearing up my skin, I would have to say it's the lifestyle as a whole. It's all about eating the right food, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep. That's huge. Getting plenty of exercise. Exercise is so important. And as well as learning to be more peaceful, calm, and centered. And whether that's doing yoga or meditation or walking in nature or just doing whatever it is to reduce the stress in your life, getting fresh air, getting sunshine on your body, all of those things played such a huge role for me, and I can't say that any one was any more important than the other. And it's all about just really taking care of yourself and taking care of your body. And when you do that, everything seems to fall into place. So I hope this helps. I hope it inspires you. And if you have bad skin, I know what it's like to experience that. I know what it's like to go through every day not wanting to show your face to anyone. I used to go out with a baseball cap on and just kept my head completely buried because I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to look at anybody or make eye contact because I didn't want them to see my awful, ugly, gross skin. It was awful. It's horrible. I know what it's like. And so if you don't have great skin, I really hope that this inspires you, because you can use all the creams and the potions and the lotions that you want on your skin, but if you're not taking care of the internal cause, whatever it is that's causing your skin to be breaking out or having blackheads or being really oily or whatever the problem is, if you're not going to the source of the problem, it's just festering, and you're just covering anything that you do, you're just covering up basically with the Band-Aid. And you don't want to do that. You really want to get to the cause and have great skin and not have to spend hundreds of dollars on skincare products every month trying to save your skin and repair it and trying to get it to clear up. I would say that aside from the digestive issues that I struggled with my entire life, that my skin was the next biggest reason for my health journey. Those are the two main reasons that I got into following this lifestyle. And I'm so grateful that I did. There were so many people who told me time and time again, what you're doing isn't healthy, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is bad. There was just so many people who said, you're going to be deficient, you're going to have problems, it's crazy what you're doing. And had I listened to those people, I wouldn't have excellent digestion and I wouldn't have great skin. So that's another thing that I really want to impress upon people, is that it's so important to listen to your heart. I knew for me that this was the right diet for me. I knew that this was the right way to go for me personally. For other people, it may not be what they're ready for, or may not be what they're needing at this time. But for me, I knew in my heart that it was the right thing for me. And I just kept listening to my inner voice and kept following what I felt was right for me. And I want to encourage everybody to do that as well. To really listen to your heart and to really follow what you feel is right for you. Because truly only you know what's best for you. Again, I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel, for subscribing and leaving your wonderful comments. I read every single one, and even though I don't get to respond to each person, I truly, truly appreciate everything that you guys say, and I just love you so much. So that's it for this edition of Raw Synergy TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.